Let's get ready to rumble!
You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Mo. Shout himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, what an epic Saturday was in the sport of boxing. Legendary night in the sport of boxing out there in Phoenix, Arizona. Bam Rodriguez beaten living legend Juan Francisco Estrada, future Hall of Famer versus future Hall of Famer. Pound for pound versus pound for pound. We don't see it like that in the sport of boxing. Now, we don't see the pound for pound versus pound for pound. We don't see future Hall of Famer versus future Hall of Famer. We don't see that in the sport of boxing. Let me see. Yeah, Bam Rodriguez. Oh, Bam Rodriguez drops Estrada. Oh! And then in the sixth round, Estrada drops Bam Rodriguez. Oh! And then in the seventh round, barbecuing the ribs. Estrada goes down. Bam Rodriguez barbecue the ribs with some good sauce, Lord. And the victory goes to Bam Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all, if y'all follow the channel, if y'all follow me on social media, the social media platforms, go follow me on Instagram, follow me on formerly known as Twitter, X formerly known as Twitter. Go follow me on Punch Drunk Boxing YouTube channel, the high octane, the best delivery, the best boxing channel on YouTube. Y'all already know Punch Drunk Boxing and the best podcast. You right here, you listening right now. Now, Bam Rodriguez, I told y'all, if he was going to destroy TKO or KO Juan Francisco Estrada, I said he's going to be pound for pound top 5. Pound for pound top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, pound for pound right now is Alexander Usyk, 2-division world champion. Yep. Naoya Inoue, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, the Samurai Warrior, the Japanese Samurai. Yes. Number 3, the 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, Terrence Bud Crawford. And number 4, the 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, the King Nello, the cash cow of the sport of boxing, King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get the fuck out of here, man. And you could flip that around right there. The number 3 and the number 4, you could flip it around. You could put Canelo Alvarez number 3, you could put Bud Crawford number 4. You feel me? Because, you know what I'm saying, Bud Crawford, inactivity just, he ain't active just like Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? And then number 5, Bam Rodriguez. I did have Teofimo Lopez. I did. But Bam Rodriguez, activity with 2, went back-to-back, beating undefeated Sonny Edwards, and then being Juan Francisco Estrada. The only reason why probably Juan Francisco Estrada was not in a lot of people's pound for pound, currently it's because of inactivity. But at the end of the day, we already know that Juan Francisco Estrada is pound for pound caliber. And when he was on the pound for pound list, you know what I'm saying? He'll be number 7, number 8, number 6, that type. So the person that Bam Rodriguez did beat, incredible performance. And we're going to be talking about why did Bam Rodriguez beat Juan Francisco Estrada. And I don't think a lot of people is doing what Bam Rodriguez did, but I'm gonna point that out in just a minute. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez, Miami, Florida, beating Steve Claggett, 12-round bout, won every single round. Teofimo Lopez never threw as much, never landed as much. He landed so many body shots, the best body work I've seen in almost all Teofimo Lopez fights. I think that he got better with the body shots. Hit him with combination of punches, was playing around, was doing his thing. And yes, Steve Claggett put a lot of pressure. And I think that I did not like Teofimo Lopez on the ropes for 12 rounds like that. I just didn't like it. I know, and the thing is, it wasn't. At first, it looked like it was Steve Claggett's pressure, but then come to find out, you know what I'm saying, just going round by round, and I seen it. Teofimo Lopez was voluntarily going to the ropes. I didn't like that too much because I feel like if you wanted to get the pace under control, because look, remember, there's 4 criteria in the sport of boxing. And yes, he won every round, but there's 4 criteria in the sport of boxing, and that's Clean, effective punches, which Teofimo Lopez was landing, right? That's the number one. Clean, effective punches, jab secondary, power punches primary. He was getting landed some jabs through the shoulder roll. I did not like that either. I feel like he was just voluntarily wanted to get hit, in my opinion. But credit to Steve Claggett. Can't take away the work that he did, even though that he didn't. It was just in a different level, but you could see that he tried. You could see that you could compliment him with the effort, right? Then second in judging a score, judging a boxing bout is ring generalship. Who controls the 3-minute intervals of each round? Who controls the pace, right? Effective aggression. Now, was Steve Claggett the aggressor? Yes. Was he effective? No. But was he effective with the pace? It was Steve Claggett's pace. Right, it was Steve Claggett's pace. It was the way that he wanted the fight to go. It looked like it was Steve Claggett's fight, but he just wasn't effective. So, and then defense, right? I mean, I wasn't a fan of how I just believe that Teofimo Lopez is way better than what he showed at the defensive end. I think he went back to just being too faithful to the shoulder roll. Put the guy high guard up, man. High guard up, straight right hand. Like I think he won every round, but I even think that he made it harder for himself. And of course, the frustration part of the fight, for me, from my opinion. Punch, y'all already know, man. Y'all follow the channel. If y'all follow me on social media, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. Y'all already know. Y'all follow the best boxing channel in YouTube, Punch Wrong Boxing. And of course, you follow the podcast. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know we doing it what we do, right? I'm a supporter of Teofimo Lopez. Supporter of Teofimo Lopez. Everybody know that. That's my guy. But as being my guy, I got to break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, because I want him to be not only the best in this era, I want him to strive to be the best ever, right? The best ever, I think that the call-outs, right? A lot of people don't support the call-out. I support the call-out with Terrence Bud Crawford. But I also understand the pulse of the boxing fan, the energy of the boxing fan, right? And when it comes to that call out, because of course it doesn't matter if Teofimo Lopez was going to knock out Steve Claggett in the third round. People's still gonna be like, who's Steve Claggett? Who's Steve Claggett? Canadian? What? The only Canadian I know is Drake. The only fighters I know is the dudes that jumped Rick Ross out there in Canada. That's the only fighters I know. You know what I'm saying? Or George Chuvalo back in the days when he fought Muhammad Ali. I don't know no damn Canadian. You know what I'm saying? Donnie Stevenson, he's Canadian. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about. Real Canadian. Real, ain't real Canadian. But you want the call out to be respected, and you want the call out to be a realistic challenge to Bud Crawford, right? So if Teofimo Lopez, he's not gonna get credit for beating Steve Claggett, but what you want to do, because we're living in the world of perception, and we living in the world of perception and what's the other word? Perception and illusion, right? You gotta have that highlight reel. You see why everybody, not everybody, but the casuals and stuff like that, outside of the sport of boxing, they're so mesmerized by Gervonta Davis. It's because Tank is knocking everybody out. And then at the end of the day, people don't care who he's fighting. Yo, he knocked out Hector Luis Garcia. I was out there in Washington, D.C. He just knocked out the dude. I don't know who Hector Luis Garcia, but he gave you a highlight reel. He gave you a highlight reel with Leo Santa Cruz, the little guy. He give you a highlight reel with Rowley. He give you a highlight reel with Frank Martin. He give you a highlight reel. Yeah, these guys are not really, really elite fighters, but he's showing you that, okay, if you're not on my level, I'm going to show you why you're not on my level. You are not going to be in this ring 12 rounds with me. You know who and that's what I expect from Teofimo Lopez. Steve Claggett, 7 losses, and you never fought in this level, and you never fought in the 12-round bout? Yeah. You might be tough. And Teofimo Lopez kept on saying he's tough. Yes, Steve Claggett is tough. But this is my level. I am a two-lineal champion. Two-division world champion. Lineal. I beat the best. I beat the king. I'm the king of my division. And I cannot let you think that you could just stand around my throne like that. You a peasant. You a loyal subject. That's the type of energy and the type of energy I wanted Teofimo Lopez to fight in. And also, because I am a supporter of the Terrence Bud Crawford, of Teofimo Lopez calling out Terrence Bud Crawford. And I've been saying this for a whole year. Been doing videos, lives for a year. And a lot of people in the sport of boxing, 80% are saying, yo, punch. Nah. What you talking about? Bud will kill him. I don't give a damn if Bud will win. It's just me knowing that this is a realistic, a traditional, daring it to be great type of fight, because the Lineal at 140 versus the Lineal at 147 is just one division up. I ain't asking for no unrealistic fantasy fight. I'm not asking for no Bud Crawford to go 3 rounds. I mean, not 3 rounds. I'm sorry. 3 divisions up and fight Canelo Alvarez, the king. I ain't doing that because I'm a slave to the moment. What he did to Earl Spence. No. But I could see the illusion. I could see the perception. See, the perception, we never talked about Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, but the way that Bud Crawford beat Earl Spence and then hasn't fought again, you know what I'm saying? It gives you, wow, I really think he could go up there and beat Canelo. It's a good fight. Because it's performance in the end of the day versus a pound-for-pound fighter. But what's Gervonta Davis is performance, right? It's all about performance. At a certain point, look, the fight with Steve Claggett was not a legacy fight. So that fight where it's geared to performance, is geared for highlight reel. It's geared for, damn, you're not supposed to be in the ring with me not more than 8 rounds. You know what I'm saying? You've never been in this level. I've been in this level. I am the level, put it that way. Forget about Teofimo Lopez saying, no, you are the level. So you have we have high expectations of Teofimo Lopez. It is what it is. He beat Lomachenko, he beat Josh Taylor. He's 2 lineal champion. We have high expectations. It's almost, I'm gonna give you an example. Bam Rodriguez just beat Juan Francisco Estrada. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez, right? So if Bam Rodriguez go to another fight, right, and fight a lesser fighter than Juan Francisco Estrada, and then he you know what I'm saying, he does the same thing that Teofimo Lopez did versus Steve Claggett. We're already spoiled by what Bam Rodriguez did. So I understand this is unfair because, damn, you got to outdo that each and every time. But if you're calling out for Bud Crawford, people want to see that this is what it is. People know the accomplishment of Teofimo Lopez. People want to believe that, damn, Teofimo Lopez could challenge Bud Crawford, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, Teofimo Lopez has the best resume, has more accomplishment than anybody in Bud Crawford's resume. But he's not giving you that realistic challenge because of the way that he performed versus Steve Claggett. Now, like I said in the video, I dropped the video yesterday. We can see in the flip side of things. Yes, Teofimo Lopez has the reputation of the boxing world that he fights or performs to the level of his competition. We understand that with Steve Claggett, because that was a guy that was tailor-made for Teofimo Lopez to look incredible, to give us that type of hype, to give us that type of highlight reel, to give us that illusion, perception, the wow, the oohs and ahs, to captivate the imagination, the emotion of the boxing fans, to where when you call out Terrence Bud Crawford, the fans is like, ooh, wait. Maybe. Ooh, man, I think Bud Crawford gonna win, but I'm gonna tell you like this: Teofimo Lopez, when he performed to the level of those competition, Teofimo Lopez shows up, and this is when we cannot begin to be hypocritical. Yeah. A lot of boxing fans like to hold Teofimo Lopez for his words, but we gotta look at each other. Not each other, but we got to look at oneself in the mirror. Because, yes, if Teofimo Lopez has a reputation of performance at the level of his competition, then when he does call out Bud Crawford, you can't say that he doesn't fight to the level of his competition. You see, it just doesn't go one way. So if you don't want Teofimo Lopez to call out Terrence Bud Crawford, and that's it. I want him to stop calling out Terrence Bud Crawford. Look how he performed with Steve Claggett. He fights to the level of his competition. Well, that's the reason why a fight with Teo and Bud Crawford, you just legitimize and justify his call out. We think that put it this way. You think you can't contradict yourself. Can't be hypocritical. That's what I mean, the contradict. That's the word that I was looking for. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? English is my second language. You can't say, well, he fights to the level of his competition. He fought Steve Claggett. He ain't gonna fight no Bud Crawford. Hell no, I don't want to see no Bud Crawford, man. He fights to the level of his competition. Well, if he fights to the level of his competition and he performs to the level of his competition, well, damn it, if he fights Bud Crawford, he will fight to the level of Bud Crawford. Are you gonna debate that? If you're not, if you're saying right now with what I just said right now, listen to me again. Listen to me again for the slow ones. Let me say it kind of slow because I speak fast. If you're going to say that Teofimo Lopez fights or performs to the level of his competition, and the fight Saturday with Steve Claggett ensures your belief that, he ain't ready for no Bud Crawford. I never want to hear him call Bud Crawford again with that type of performance. But if you believe that he fights and performs to the level of his competition, well, damn it, how will he perform if he fights Bud Crawford? To the level of his competition, which justifies his call out. So that's what I'm saying. Either people want to leave that narrative alone, that he fights to the level of performs to the level of his competition. Leave it alone, because you're just always going to justify his call out, which is right. And he has every right to do so because he's accomplished and he wants to be great. While boxing fans are stopping people for daring to be great all of a sudden because it's Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. I might not feel like that performance was to the level. I may feel like, damn, because I'm a supporter and I'm a fan and I want the best for it. And I want everybody to know also how special Teofimo Lopez is, because I do believe that Teofimo Lopez is special. But also you got to prove it in the ring, because this man can't hang with you, Steve Claggett. You're not supposed to let him hang with you. No, I don't know. I don't care. Not with the punches that you was landing. Now what you was landing everything, every punch in the kitchen. You threw everything in the kitchen sink, bro. In terms of effective punches. Punches landed to the head. Punches combination, body shots, everything. Yeah, you had him hurt in the 8th round. But if you want Bud Crawford, you got to. The takeover has to perform like the takeover. It is what it is. The takeover can't perform like, oh yeah, I'm here and I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see if I could, be a supervisor. No, take over everything. That opponent was tailor-made for you to take over and remind the boxing world and the people outside who is the damn takeover. So I don't think the Teofimo Lopez should be happy with that performance. Unless if it's not about the Bud Crawford thing. If you're not looking at this performance and thinking about his call out. See, because that's what it is. We're thinking about the performance and saying, he ain't ready for no Bud Crawford. But if you look at it as this is a tune-up for Pitbull Cruz, this is a tune-up, possible tune-up, because remember, he already had this fight lined up before the Supremo Matias lost to Lineal. This was a perfect tune-up fight for a potential unification bout. That was a smart matchmaking by Top Rank. That was a smart pick by Teofimo Lopez, because look at the possible champions in not mentioning Lineal. Remember, you gotta. I'm telling y'all what the company and what they're thinking in the future for Teofimo Lopez. Remember, he want to fight 4 times this year. Let's be hardcore boxing fans and listen to me, all right? Because I know people going to be like, what you talking about, Puncher? What you talking about? You just trying to justify your... Shh. Put it this way. Listen up. If you look at it from this perspective, Steve Claggett and him going 12 round with the pressure fighter was a great preparation for Pitbull Cruz unification bout. Was a great possible preparation for Subriel Matias. This was perfect. If you're looking for that being your next fight, perfect. Because Matias and Pitbull Cruz are 2 pressure fighters. A guy that's coming nonstop, pause, in Pitbull Cruz. And a guy, Juan Matias, that has the same type of pressure, but power, right? Same pressure, and he's going, you know what I'm saying, with the guards up. It was perfect if we look at that from that perspective. And if Teofimo Lopez, if that was a plan for Teofimo Lopez team in Top Rank, or maybe him moving up, of course, fighting Brian Norman Jr., this is perfect. I'm over exaggerating my take after the fight because my mind is on Bud Crawford. My mind is, come on, Tio, show them. I know who you are. Show them, baby. Let's go. And that's what it is. I just, when you want somebody to prove, like, you want them to prove it. You want them to, I want people to see what I see sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You understand that feeling. That's it. That's like if you listen to the music and you fight, you see, man, this MC is nice. Listen to this track, And then and then the guy, man, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Cause you hype, cause you want them to, when you think something is great, something is good, solid, creative, artistic, and you want to share it, right? So I wanted to share my perspective, right? I wanted Teofimo Lopez to do what he needed to do because all we got is bragging rights as fans anyway. Let me cut this short. At the end of the day, that's all we got, bragging rights, right? In the sport of boxing, if you're a Tank fan, what you got? Bragging rights. Tank Davis needs to do what he need to do so you could come out here in these social media platforms and the comment and the tweets and stuff like that, and that's where you get your ish off, right? We the fighters out here, right? But they gotta give us that. They gotta give us that content. Every fan base is all about bragging rights. You Canelo, I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. That's my bragging rights, right? Tio, bragging rights, right? Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, that was my bragging rights, son. Yeah, I used to argue with people with Mike Tyson. Well, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? He went, nah. Mike Tyson was drugged when he faced Lennox Lewis. Nah, he ain't lose. Sometimes we can get delusional and shit like that. But yeah, got to keep it honest, man. We got to keep it real. Got to keep it real. But I want to talk about preparation because with Bam Rodriguez, let's talk about preparation. Let me tell you what fighters, and shout out to all the Dominican fighters, man. They did their thing. Everybody, all the Dominican fighters that fought. Shout out to Elder Cedeno Martinez. You feel me? Shout out, and we got a champion, right? We got Puello, Dominicano, maybe a unification bout with him at Pitbull Cruz or even the Teofimo Lopez, but that's PBC. I doubt that fight is gonna happen. But Elvis Rodriguez, man, he got dropped. He was dancing bachata, salsa, merengue. But looks like Top Rank is got confidence in the Dominicano. But let's go with Bam Rodriguez. And let me tell you why Bam Rodriguez. Like I told y'all on the live when I was talking about this fight. I'm telling you that how you win fights, preparation, as we all know, right? We got to prepare. And everything you do in life, you got to prepare. So when you go out there, even when you go into an interview, we're preparing for the interview so you can knock it out the park, right? Same thing as everything else in life. Got to prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about a lot of these high-class fighters. When they go into camp, they get camp fee by the promotional company. They get a camp fee. They get money to spend on their camp. Pay sparring, pay nutritionists, all that stuff, right? Well, think about Bam Rodriguez. Who was his primary sparring partner? Chocolatito. Roman Gonzalez Chocolatito. The perfect sparring partner for Juan Francisco Estrada. Meaning Bam Rodriguez in preparation, he's investing. I don't give a damn if I go broke. I don't give a damn if the promotional company go broke. I am investing everything in this fight. I want the best of the best. And he hired Chocolatito, who they say controversy beat Juan Francisco Estrada, right? What better sparring partner? Tell me, folks, what's a better sparring partner to prepare for Juan Francisco Estrada? The same way, and look at the outcome. Beautiful. Now look at the outcome with let me remind y'all. To give you another example, Evander Holyfield, when he beat Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield hired, his primary sparring partner was David Tua to prepare for Mike Tyson. Do you know that Evander Holyfield was paying David Tua to spar him for Mike Tyson in his camp more than David Tua was getting paid as a fighter? And David Tua was top 5 heavyweight in the world around that time. That's when you meet. That's when you go all out in preparation. That's when you know that you want it. You really want to be great. Your preparation has to be great. Your preparation has to be on some greatness level so you can go out there in the camp and accomplish greatness. But then there's other high investor fighters. They get their little camp fee and they pocket it. They get their little whack sparring partners that, you know what I'm saying? Let me get the little gold. I'm not going to say whack, but let me get the golden glove. Let me get maybe a national title winner, stuff like that. I spar him. Let me go to whatever gym and stuff. Give him a little $350, $500 every 2 weeks or every week, three-day sparring or whatever. And then they get in the ring with somebody elite. And then they lose or they don't look good because you're shortcutting your way. See, in boxing, everything is a hustle. Promoters are hustling, managers are hustling, advisors are hustling, fighters are hustling, trainers are hustling. Everybody hustling. But at the end of the day, there's only one person who steps in the ring. There's only one person who's risking his life, health-wise, physically, and it's you. And in boxing, just like fighters like to say, but even certain the fighters that say it, they never talk the talk and walk the walk. Right? You're stepping inside that ring. You want to do everything in preparation so the outcome could be great. So your outcome could be you as a victor. And I feel there's certain fighters that don't do that in camp. They take advantage, they hustle, they give the little money to their fams. They hire the family members as nutritionists, as they hire their junior high school boy best friend that now he working Planet Fitness as a strength and conditioning coach. You know, just so they could, you know what I'm saying? Get them. Nah, man, this is your life, man. This is your life. Now, I understand if it was another sport, but when you putting your life on the line, man, shit got to be perfect. Shit got to be elite. You fighting another pound. You a pound for pound fighter, man. I better see a camp that is a pound for pound quality. If you elite fighter, I want to see a camp that looks elite. Right? Come on, let's be real. If you high class, you want to see some high class-ish. Right? If you living in Fifth Avenue, New York City, I don't want to see that you living like you in the projects. And I don't want to go if I'm going to a Fifth Avenue apartment building, and the elevator better not be smelling like project piss. You know how elevator piss be, elevator be smelling, project elevator be smelling, like project piss, vinegar and piss put together. You know why? You know why there's a lot of piss on project elevators and stuff like, they man slow, and people got dogs. So in the morning stuff like that, their dogs is pissing all over the damn. The dog is pissing all over the elevator, pissing all over the stairwells, all flies everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You want some high class? If you're a high class fighter, high class preparation. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the education right there for the young fighters that's listening on, man. Right now you might not have the money. If you have the money, get yourself. The first thing I always say to a fighter, man, when you get that money, when you got money, get yourself the best attorney. That's number one. Because a lot of these fighters, they sign when they're vulnerable. A lot of 80-90% of the fighters that sign these contracts, they're signing it when they're vulnerable, when they don't got no money. You know, man, boxing is a poor man's sport. I mean, if you ain't well off like a Bill Haney, you feel me? That's why they could take their time, read everything and stuff like that. So they don't, if you look at the moves they made, they don't get effed over, right? But everybody else is just poor, trying to, hey, yo, what's the bonus? What? 25,000? 30,000? 50,000? Yo, we good. That's it. We could a down payment on that's it. You know what I'm saying? They need that. But then you get your attorney and then let him read you that same contract that you signed when you wasn't nobody, and now you elite. Now you got champion. And now you're looking at that contract, be like, what? Or in the pursuit of being a champion, because if there's most of the contracts in the sport of boxing says if you become a champion, then you hooked on the contract for 3 to 5 more years. You're going to defend it 5 times. So you thinking like, oh shit, I'm getting my name up. My contract is about to run out. Yeah, and then I'm gonna be a free agent, and then my market is gonna be up and stuff like that. But your promoter's about to put you in a championship fight. And you got a choice. Either you win, either you become a champion, but then you're stuck on that contract for 3 to 5 more years, or you lose, and they cut you loose, but then you lose early, and then your stock drops, market crash. Probably another promoter won't even want to sign with you. You feel me? That's what's happening. That's the hustle as well. They know how to get you. Right there, when you got 4 years, 3 to 4 years, and then right there, when your contract is about to end, you got 1 more fight left, 2 more fights left, right? And they hit you with the, hey, buddy, we got you with the championship fight. What you think about it? Yeah? Damn, man, I really want to get out of here, man. I heard that, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn's giving a lot of money, man. Fuck this shit, man. And then boom. Either you become a champion or you lose. That's the hustle. But anyway, what's going to be next for Bam Rodriguez? Now, I would love to see Yoka. That's another pound-for-pound caliber fighter. He's been on my pound-for-pound list, Yoka. Yoka's a 4-division world champion. Gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I want to see Kosuto Yoka versus Bam Rodriguez, or eventually. You know, remember a lot of people was talking about Naoya Inoue versus Tank. No. That's 3 divisions up. And I know Bam Rodriguez. I think he walks around in a heavy. He walks around heavy. I do think that's more of a realistic fight. Bam Rodriguez versus Naoya Inoue is the fight in the next year and a half. That's the fight. Hopefully, Naoya Inoue doesn't move too much up, but that's the fight for each other. That is the fight. It could remind us of you know. I mean, let me say, like, I don't want it to remind us to Lomachenko and Ringadao. Because I remember when he fought Ringadao moved up. And then we find out, damn, Ringadao was too small for Lomachenko, right? But that's almost what it is, right? But this is better. These are 2 knockout artists right here. 2 undefeated. And you can see they fight. They're offensive fighters. They're smart fighters. But you know what makes it a little bit more interesting, too? That they're vulnerable. We seen Uwe hurt, but we seen his character. We seen him get dropped by Luis Nery. We seen him get hurt with his orbital bone, crack the orbital bone. Crack the orbital bone of Naoya Inoue in their first fight, and we see the resilience. We see that this man is an animal. He is the monster. And Bam Rodriguez, remember before the Sonny Edward fight. When he fought early last year, and he had his jaw broken, came back the same year and won the big fight. These guys are animals, man. Bam Rodriguez versus Naoya Inoue, baby. That's the fight. That's the fight, baby. That's the fight. That is the fight. Just like I believe David Benavidez versus Ben Whitaker is the fight in futures to come. Just like I believe Virgil Ortiz versus Jerome Bruce Ennis is the fight futures to come. And just like I believe legacy fight. The legacy fight for Tank is Teofimo Lopez. That's the fight. That's the fight. But the boxing world needs to stop being a slave to that last or that performance you don't like. Just so you can have the little, bro, Tio ain't doing that. Tio ain't ready for this. Tio ain't ready for that. Man, shut the F up, because you know and I know how Teofimo Lopez perform. If you think that Tank, hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, you think that Tank is pound for pound number one? I'm sorry, not pound for pound number one, a pound for pound fighter? Because if you think so, then what you think Teofimo Lopez, how you think he's going to perform versus Tank? Yeah. Just like you ain't believing him after the Nakatani fight. He made you a believer after and then he beat Richard Comey second round KO and beat Vasily Lomachenko, humble jaw. And you ain't like the performance versus Santoma, and then you ain't like the performance with Cambosa, and he came right back. And I know y'all like to push that Pedro Campa to the side. And that's when you know that nobody was gonna care about that a lot of people was not gonna care about the Steve Claggett. Because I never hear nobody talk about Teofimo Lopez' performance versus Pedro Campa. Ain't nobody saying, I don't think his power doesn't translate to the 140. What about the Pedro Campa? Oops. What about Pedro Campa? Did he have power? Oh, no, you don't got nothing to say about that. Man, who was Pedro Campa anyway? Exactly. Who was Steve Claggett anyway? You was not going to give him credit anyway? Huh? Contradicting yourselves and stuff like that. But anyway, I think unification battle with Teofimo Lopez and Pitbull Cruz, I think is going to, because even with this performance, it gives you illusions. It gives you perception, perspectives, right? Wow. If Teo can't back up Steve Claggett, then what you think he's going to do versus Pitbull Cruz? If he can't back up Suprema Matias, the Boricua, ven, mira, tú sabes, mira, si él lo puede hacer, si Chris y si Stevie Claggett lo puede hacer, lo voy a hacer, Matias. But if Pyro can handle Matias, Teo can handle Matias. It is what it is. But those are still good fights. Brian Norman Jr. in the 147. If Terrence Bud Crawford vacates the world title, even though that he's a WBO super champion, so he has a lot of time to make a decision. But if he does drop it, I think a fight with Teofimo Lopez to become a 3-division world champion versus Brian Norman Jr. is good. I know a lot of people ain't talking about him. A lot of people don't know him too much, but that's still a great fight. It's still an accomplishment for Teofimo Lopez. I think the Teofimo Lopez have spoiled the boxing fan. I think the frustration is that, like I said earlier on, that Teofimo Lopez has spoiled the boxing fans with his performances early on. When you didn't believe. See, this is what it is. It's like a yin-yang. You don't believe, Teo makes you believe. Then you believe. And then he makes you not to believe. And then you don't believe. And then when you don't believe, he makes you believe again. And then when you believe, and then he makes you not believe it. Teo got away like, nah, don't like me. Nah. Teo has it's like if you look at if Teo performance was like a human being, if Teo performance was like a human being, like he'll be like, nah, I don't want y'all to like me like that. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't even gonna wear deodorant today. Nah, I don't want people around me. I'm not gonna. Teo, he comes with the, you know what I'm saying? He come with the Versace glasses, with the, you know what I'm saying, a $10,000 attire, Lamborghini souped up, everything, hitting the club, and the ladies be like, oh, who's that? Boom, he's doing this thing, bagging all the chicks, you know what I'm saying? The good-looking ones. And then he like, man, I don't like all these chicks around me. Nah. Y'all ain't believe I was all of this. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna wear no cologne, perfume. I ain't even gonna wipe my ass. And I'm going to the same spot. And he like, oh, yeah. and then he come the next month. And on the same Teofimo Lopez with the Lamborghini with $12,000 Versace glasses, diamond rings, all that. Looking, all the girls like, ooh. Teofimo like, nah, I don't want y'all to like me. Nah, I'm gonna go to I'm coming the next day with no order. He give you the roller coaster type of thing. It's like Teo, don't, man. I want to stay as the underdog. Don't like me, man. Don't support me. Nah, stay on that. Y'all give me an edge when y'all don't like me. When y'all start liking me, I don't like it. I know. I'm just trying to give the best example I can. Because I don't think we've seen a boxer like this. You know, like consistently he's doing it. Consistently he's giving you the oohs and ahs. Wow, he's special. Remember what Bernard Hopkins says? I don't see nobody ever beating Teo. Only himself. And then George Kambosos came around. Even though I know he wasn't fit to fight, but still he stepped inside the ring. And I think he was still special enough to beat George Kambosos even in that. But now that people are seeing these performances with these... And let me just say this also, because I know a lot of people didn't follow Teofimo Lopez in amateur like I did. Teofimo Lopez was never this knockout artist. Let's be real. He was never this knockout artist. He was always a smart, slick boxer in the amateurs. Yes, he had pop, but he wasn't this a guy that's trying to knock you out like that. He's trying to hurt you. He'll hurt you, but he's really trying to win that boxing fight, and he's slick, right? And then in the pros, when you're getting matchmaked and you're knocking people out, you know what I'm saying? Looking great for TV, takeover, the brand. They do it to a lot of these fighters that, you know, they put people in front of you for you to take out. Then when you step up, then you're not really taking these guys out. But Teofimo Lopez still outboxed. But that's why I said, leading into the Vasily Lomachenko fight, I said Teofimo Lopez is going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I said, yo, y'all ain't see what he did in the USA Olympic trials. Y'all ain't see what he did in the amateurs. Y'all ain't see what he did in the... He's a boxer, bro. He knows how to outbox. You know how hard it is to win the Olympic trial, the USA Olympic? Do you know how hard it is? It's harder than the pros. It's harder than becoming a champion of the pros. Yes, it's harder than becoming a champion of the pros. If Rolly become a champion of the pros, anybody can become a champion. I'm telling you like that. But I would like to see Teofimo Lopez. I would like to see a Teofimo Lopez fight with Pitbull Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Move up, Brian Norman Jr. You know, I think the welterweight division is a ghost town. And I do think that, you know what I'm saying, if he does go out there and then the belt is on the line and they put him on, they put Bud Crawford a champion in recess, or they just let him just vacate the belt, stuff like that. Because I don't know what he's going to do. Like, what's he going to do to Bud Crawford if he's not trying to come back to the welterweight division or not fight Teofimo Lopez and get his offer, because that's the money fight. At welterweight right now, the money fight, yeah, people would like to see Boots versus Crawford. But let's be honest also. Boots don't even have the accomplishments of a Teofimo Lopez, not even close. He never beat a champion. And he's the same age, months older than Teofimo Lopez. So see, that's what I'm talking about. Boots Ennis is giving the illusion. I'm a Boots Ennis fan, but still he has to he still has to prove that he is the guy that I think I know he is. Right? Still got to do it. You know? I don't think his next opponent is going to do just that. You feel me? But of course, we want to see that. We want to see that fight because because Boots Ennis passed the eye test. Bud Crawford is the if factor. Teofimo Lopez is the if factor. Two proven fighters, two proven pound for pound caliber fighters, right? I think that's the most lucrative fight. But with the performances like that, I don't know how lucrative and how exciting fans are to see Teofimo Lopez versus another guy that's not elite. I do believe for Teofimo Lopez, I want him to fight elite fighters because it seems like that's when the special Teofimo Lopez comes out. I want him to pull Oscar De La Hoya, just fight elite fighters so people could just stay and understand that you really that special. I think he was playing around with Steve Claggett. I think that he thought that Steve Claggett never been in the 12-round bout and probably going to gas out. And I think that Teofimo Lopez actually was the one gassing out in the 8th round when he put those punches together, and I think he could have got him out of there. Again, I was seeing him voluntarily move back. I didn't like that. I didn't like that whatsoever. You didn't need to do that with this guy. Didn't need to. But it is what it is, man. People got their game plan and their styles, and it is. Everybody know I'm a huge supporter of Teofimo Lopez, but I'm gonna keep it real on that one. You know what I'm saying? I respect. I could understand if that was like Josh Taylor, right? We seen him back up, but even with Josh Taylor, you stepped up to Josh Taylor. You telling me you ain't gonna step up to this guy? 12 rounds. I mean, all right, give me the half of the fight like that. And I know, and the thing he was accurate in is Steve Claggett at the end of the day. And gotta do better. Gotta. There's levels to this game, and you already in that level. You a special fighter. I just don't know why at this fight they want, and that's what it is. I think that's why also is like it seems like as a heavily criticism. It's because Teo was very vocally and public about their pick of Steve Claggett. Why they pick that type of style. They don't want nobody to run around anymore. But then you was backing them. Almost the whole fight with this guy. Then I don't understand. I don't understand. But it is what it is, man. Make me understand next time. Put it that way. But again, we're not with the one they shooting in the gym. I'm not in this. I don't know the game plan. I'm not in the camp. So, and the end of the day, it's his job, and he's a private contractor. It's his show. It's his fight. If you want to go whole 12 round and do it that way, hey. But I think you could take a positive out of everything, because I think you could look at the way that he did Steve Claggett, right? And he already geared up with that stamina, with that type of pressure. If it's a Pitbull Cruz, I think if Pitbull Cruz is next, I see that Teofimo Lopez is well equipped and could go right back to the drawing board and be like, "Yep, I like it." Then that Steve Claggett fight and the 12th round that he put out, very effective for what's coming next. So let me know what y'all think, man. Again, great by Bam Rodriguez. And Bam Rodriguez and Teofimo Lopez is two guys that they hold to the morals of the sport of boxing. Two young fighters. Bam is 24 years old. Teo is 26 years old. Accomplished so much. I think these guys are future Hall of Famers and things of that nature. But Bam Rodriguez took the show. And the Dominican fighters doing their thing. I think it's gonna be kind of light work for this summer in boxing. People still waiting around what Canelo Alvarez is gonna be fighting. I heard it's probably gonna be Edgar Berlanga lucky. But hey, Eddie Hearn could pull the trigger on that fight. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna support the New York fighter that gained the opportunity. But of course, Canelo Alvarez. I got Canelo Alvarez whooping his ass. I'm rooting for Canelo Alvarez, but I'm happy that Edgar Berlanga, Puerto Rican, Latino, New York is getting his opportunity versus Canelo Alvarez. What else? David Benavidez, what he's gonna do next, I'm not sure. Heavyweight, I gotta do a separate live with this one. Danny Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. That's gonna be huge out there in the UK. Love to go see that fight. Let me know what y'all think about the performances and what's the next for them. What's the realistic? Talk to me like a real boxing head. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, no, I don't like where he fought Steve Claggett. Let me know what's realistic next and what you want to see from Teofimo Lopez next and what you want to see next from Bam Rodriguez. Is it Yoka? Is it Tanaka? Is it Inoue, man? You know what I'm saying? I like all those fights for him. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Hey, and Chocolatito may be back in the ring. I want to see Chocolatito. Put it this way. There's going to be the last Chocolatito fight. I want to see a legacy fight. And I'm seeing Nonito Donaire still sparring. If there's going to be a finale with Chocolatito, there's going to be a finale with... I would love to see a Nonito Donaire versus Chocolatito. This is just my this is what I like. This is what I want to see. All right? Two future legendary fighters. I could see that shit. If we could see damage Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, why not? Come on, y'all. Chocolatito, and he's been sparring for Bam Rodriguez, so he's a dangerous man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless. And on to the next.